Still testing. That's okay. Patience is key. I'm going to act like I'm doing something with my glasses, although they need to be clean. All right, perfect. It says it's all good to go. So, welcome. My name is Michael Urcubera. Today is Friday, 2:28 in the morning. We are trying this live stream for a second time. The audio is good now. So I went back through the footage of the last live stream. You guys were right. The audio was switched. It was the mic coming from my laptop. Whatever. Anyways, should be good now. And if at any point there's issues with audio, video, guys, let me know. Awesome. So anyways, 2:28 a.m. Last day of July here. August is upon us. That means 5 more months left of this fantastic year. 2020 has been, wow, quite a year, wouldn't you say? So this goes outside of cryptocurrency. We're going to be discussing about micro and macro level events where, oh man, where is the world going? Well, people are forgetting about the pandemic, but the financial effects of the pandemic are still here, and they're still going to bother us for the next few years and potentially decades, depending on how we resolve some of the problems that are currently in various government systems around the world right now. So this ranges from we made massive loans to we printed trillions of dollars like the US to healthcare costs to a lot of various issues that weren't really resolved. It was kind of like a Band-Aid, and now we're tearing off the Band-Aid, and there's still tens of millions of unemployed Americans or individuals who are running low on capital. They don't have any money. They need to use their credit cards, but they can't use their credit cards anymore because the banks realize, well, it looks like a certain percentage of Americans, I think it was like 6 or 9%, still a percentage of Americans, which means millions and millions of people. So banks are saying, whoa, there's millions of individuals right there who said that they don't have enough money to pay off any bills this month, and there's a crisis going on, and the only way they're going to pay off the bills is if they take credit. Well, the banks realize, those people probably aren't the best customers. We're going to lose a lot of money off of that because since they can't afford to pay their bills, how are they going to pay their credit? So it's very hard to get loans now. Banks are making it tougher, and it's just like, ooh, it's a downward spiral. So people are looking to the stock markets to see, well, how's the situation? We're officially in a recession. America is in a recession, and the world is following. And where are we? Stocks are going up. Tesla's going up. Amazon's going up. So remember when Jeff Bezos, CEO of Amazon, divorced his wife and his wife got like $34 billion? Well, she's now got like $60-70 billion. That's insane. That's like in the top 10 billionaires of the world right there. So let me read you a statistic, and then don't worry, we're going to discuss about Bitcoin, but we're talking about everything. Why is Bitcoin here at $11,000, and why I think this is better than 2017? Welcome, I'm chilling. I'm chilling as well. So right now, short term, it's a pretty stable period over the past few weeks. We realized that, holy moly, like Bitcoin's not really going anywhere, but we saw gold getting pumped up. It's like gold's supposed to be the stable one. We saw stocks going crazy, even though we're in a recession. So people are like, the institutional investors are like, what's going on here? Unless they're at the very top and they've planned all this. But we're not going to go into conspiracy theories. We're just going to discuss about cold, hard facts. So this is coming from Bloomberg here. Oh, man, this is going to be pretty exciting stuff. So, guys, first of all, wherever you are around the world, hopefully you're having a great evening, morning, afternoon. If you're coming from Avi, greetings. In 1990, there were only 99 billionaires in the United States of America. Today, there are more than 600. And a few of those billionaires in America are thanks to cryptocurrency. One of them is Mr. Armstrong from he's the CEO of Coinbase. Oh, yes, that's my favorite platform. Yeah, still no update. The official update in response to them banning my account and then making a temporary account and banning that one and my Bitcoin, but whatever. So there's more billionaires than ever before. The rich are getting richer. The economy's falling apart. We have a lot of weird events where usually in the crypto sphere, people realize, well, Since we're going against the system, since this is going against banks, the government, decentralization, all of this, that means, hypothetically, should there be an economic recession, should the US dollar start falling in value, where it has been, it has been. So I've been comparing the US dollar to Euro, US dollar to the Polish currency as well. And yeah, some people were surprised that we don't have the euros. We have złoty over here. And I realized this is getting more powerful because the US dollar is falling in value. So I'm getting paid, I'm doing freelance work, I'm getting paid in US dollars. Every single time I'm cashing out, I'm seeing a smaller amount. I'm like, that's a little weird, right? So I look at the US dollar. For the Polish currency, it used to be around 400, not so long ago, right? Then 397, 395, 390. Now it's like 376. It's fallen. And that means every single time it drops a little bit, that's millions and millions of people being affected by these prices. Now, we may not realize it right now, but ultimately with the dollar valuation falling and trillions of dollars of loans and all of this stuff, we were discussing about consequences. Well, there's going to be consequences in inflation or consequences in taxes. So your taxes are going to be raised. So those are the two main consequences. And based off of that, we're going to see more unemployment, people going on food stamps, and they're going to have reliance from the government, and it's going to be a downward spiral. So that's why some people are looking into cryptocurrencies. But outside of what's going on, outside of this pandemic, outside of the fact that people are like, whoa, so there's a recession, stocks are going up, and stocks are the volatile ones right now, and Bitcoin was stable over the past few weeks, then we also see a lot of weird news events about Bitcoin. So, outside of all of these things that obviously make it a bit more stable, that the price is rising, we have some actual reasons compared to let's look back at 2017. So there was Sedgwick. Okay, I give that. Every time there's a Bitcoin event and it's hyped up, the media gets around it. Yeah, usually some heavy action around there, whether it's before, on the date that it happens, or a few weeks afterwards, like with halving events. So we had that in 2020, usually based off of the past history where this has only happened 3 times. So it's not like there's so much data to work with. It's all prediction. It's like, maybe it's probably going to go up. Who knows? But still, based off of the past, usually there's a little bit of a hype before the halving event. It's not like going up during the actual halving event because people are kind of scared. It's kind of like a hard fork. People don't really know exactly what's going to be going on. Hey, man, thanks for that awesome comment. Hopefully you're doing great as well. So what's happened in the past, the few weeks afterwards or the few months afterwards, suddenly we see a slow rise and then brrr. So already a few weeks have passed. It was in May. We're past the Bitcoin halving, and then we have a lot of great news events. I mean, just recently we saw PayPal, a giant company, be like, hey, yeah, we want to partner up with a cryptocurrency company to sell and buy Bitcoin. So you can buy Bitcoin on our platform. That's hundreds of millions of users of PayPal globally. That is a huge company. We see Visa, we see MasterCard, we see all of these companies. We see JP Morgan Chase, all these companies that in 2017 were saying, oh no, Bitcoin's a scam. Oh no, we're never investing in Bitcoin. Oh no, this and that. And this year they're partnering with companies that want to sell Bitcoin if they're not already selling Bitcoin already. I just listed a few companies here, but there's hundreds of companies that are hypocrites. And well, that's probably because the people who were saying, let's go against Bitcoin were fired, or they changed their minds because they invested in Bitcoin. So that's what happens in a company. I get it. A company's large enough. They have hundreds or thousands of employees. So probably over the past few years, employees have been changed out, executives, CEOs, and it's okay. They're taking a new direction. I get it. But there are individual hypocrites like Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, that all the crypto fans like to make fun of. Listen, I don't know the guy. Maybe he has some other intentions, but it seems like some of these guys are just hypocrites and they're seeing money and they're realizing, whoa, this isn't going away. This isn't actually a scam. Well, let's start investing or let's start writing articles about it. Like MasterCard has a blog about cryptocurrency now. So great. Anyways, so we have a lot of events happening now where these giant companies are like, yeah, we're in support of cryptocurrency. Well, you have the institutional investors who are on board with that. And then you roll in, holy moly, there's been a long period of stability. So what does that mean? People are eager to move somewhere. They're eager to move somewhere, whether it's up or down. Usually in the past where Bitcoin was really stable for a long time, something big happened. Whether it was a giant pump or it was a dump, it went one way or the other. So right now, I wouldn't say this is pumping. I'd say this is a lot of excitement, but it's very stable. So it was like 9,500, then it went down to 9,300, then 9,600. For Bitcoin, these aren't huge jumps. We're used to seeing it go down and up $1,000 in a single day. Or like in 1 month where it dropped from $20,000 to like $3,000. So that's like, ooh, yeah, you see a lot of crazy things going on. And the total market cap valuation of all the cryptocurrencies suddenly, bam, like 600 billion wiped out. So the fact that it goes up or down $100, woo, whoop-de-doo, that it doesn't mean much, right? So the past week, there was a addition of like $50 billion. That is a lot. But it's not as big as what's going on with gold. It's not as big as what's going on with stocks, where suddenly, even this year, we've had oil prices go negative. Like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on this year. So I'm sure economists are kind of, scratching their head, shrugging their shoulders, and they're like, whoa, this is a weird year. And we have also protests going on and various political issues, and we're going to have the elections, but we're not getting into that. Of course, all of these things, no matter how small they are, they do affect the prices of stocks. They do affect the prices of commodities and crypto, just because, well, it's life. Any political event, obviously there's going to be politicians who are pro-Bitcoin. There's politicians who are against Bitcoin. There's companies who support Bitcoin, who go against Bitcoin. And every time there's a major event, it has a small little influence of Bitcoin. But right now is a time where it all kind of added up. We have a lot of things going in at once. Also, Ethereum kind of kickstarted this, where usually it's one or the other. So either Bitcoin starts something or an altcoin starts something. It's usually a larger altcoin. So some random coin is not really going to be like, woo, yeah, let's start a bull run here. But Ethereum, since it's the second largest cryptocurrency, it had some movement. People were getting excited. Whoa, Amarjeet, thank you for the 5P. Okay, I want it to be cool there, but I think P is pence. I think pence is like the smaller, so it would be like 50 pence, like 50 cents. But thanks you for the 5 great British pound sterling, GBP. Okay, just thanks for the pounds. So keep it up. Awesome. Anyways, by the way, guys, huge thank you. The last live stream that we did on Avi, we collected $93 in donations. I counted up. I went through the conversions because we had people from Canada, people from Australia, people from America, people from all around the world donating. And that was the largest amount of donations we've had in a single stream ever. So woo, the support from that was insane. And I know a lot of people enjoyed live streams of Avi. So we haven't really been doing that many. And I looked through this channel, and surprise, surprise, what was one of my most viewed videos? It wasn't even a video, it was a live stream. And I forgot I completely did this, but I made a live stream in August 2017. So almost 3 years ago, where I said, hey guys, Bitcoin's going up, but I'm a little skeptical. And I should have listened to myself. So the summer of 2017, I was pretty smart. Unfortunately, come winter time, I got too greedy, and I should have listened to myself in my old YouTube videos. If I did, I would be rich right now. I wouldn't have lost my money anyways, but we all make mistakes, and sometimes we make some good decisions. I guess one of those good decisions was making that video, but I made it too early. So a lot of people commented, and you can still find it on my channel. It was like, Bitcoin's going to crash in 2018. I couldn't predict when. I just thought like, hey, it just makes sense that when something goes up a lot, just like with Tesla right now, Tesla went up a lot. It's not going to crash completely, just like as Bitcoin's not going to crash completely. But as soon as something starts going up a lot, there's going to be people who want to sell because they have to pay their bills. They want to make some profit. They're okay with 10, 20, 50% profit or whatever. They're not that greedy. They have limits. They're normal investors. They know how to invest. They've been through this before. So I just made a video, and a lot of people were like, whoa, you have no evidence. It's not going to crash. And then, bam, it reached 20,000. So a lot of people were like, oh, it's going up now. It's 11,000. It's 15,000. It's 20,000. And it went down. But whatever. We got a lot of views on it. And the reason I was looking into that is that was the most ad revenue came from that one video live stream. So we're gonna be making live streams on this channel. We're gonna be posting half of the time.
The other half, the live streams will just go away. So if you came into the live stream, you'll have an unlisted link. Also, I realized we need to do a lot of work on this channel. We got to do thumbnails, we got to do descriptions, we got to go through all of that stuff. So tomorrow we're going to be updating some thumbnails. So I have some free time now, and I guess to destiny, to greatness. So I don't believe in God, but we have a lot of signs coming up. I don't know, from space, from whoever, the crypto gods, that, hey, Mike, it's one of those times again. So I made a decision in 2017. I dropped out of 2 universities and I decided, screw it, let's go fully into crypto. And it was one of the best life decisions I've ever made. I don't regret that to this day. Well, we have another decision. So I was fired from a client today. Actually yesterday, because the days switched already. So I was fired from a client. This was a pretty large client. And I realized, marketing's nice, but I want to go fully into crypto again. So we have some more time. We freed up, and I will have enough money for the next 3 months of life. So Bitcoin's actually going to be supporting me for the next 3 months. We've already been using some Bitcoin to buy pizzas here and there, but we're going to cash out some Bitcoin. And I guess I have 3 months to build this channel up. So let's do it. I don't know. It's one of those crazy decisions, but I feel that this time it's much more stable than in 2017. Because back then you had a lot of these companies who were going against Bitcoin. Now they're pro Bitcoin. And now we have an event, just like Napoleon Bonaparte. There's an amazing documentary about him from PBS. It's just called Napoleon PBS. So if you're an entrepreneur, if you're looking to do something great with your life, just as Napoleon, maybe a lot of people don't really know his history. This guy is known as an emperor. He conquered most of Europe in his time. He was an amazing general. But many people don't know that he wasn't from France. He was born poor, and his family weren't rich, and it was kind of a tough situation. His country got ran over by the French, which were much more powerful. He moved to France, and a lot of these successful people that we look up to, hey, they were either poor or they were going through some really tough hardships. That's just life. That's what happens. And we got to make these crazy, crazy life decisions sometimes. And also when opportunity strikes, you either seize the opportunity or you're too scared and you're like, I don't know about this. Well, it's one of those times, just as Napoleon saw the French Revolution and he's realizing this is the time to take it. I see, well, Bitcoin's going up. The economy's falling apart. Tens of millions of unemployed Americans. Just let go of my channel recently, Avi. I guess all the signs are pointing. I got let go from one of my freelancer clients. I got a lot of time now. I have enough money for the next 3 months. It's like all the signs are pointing. No matter where Bitcoin goes, no matter what the price of Bitcoin will be, the hype is here. That is 100% certain. There's more companies. They're all coming back now. It's like, great, except they're coming back in a different format. Yeah, there's still some ICOs or whatever. I'm not that interested in them anymore, but now people are way, way more interested in the decentralized exchanges, and decentralization will take form. So wherever that goes, you can look on CoinMarketCap into the DeFi exchanges, DeFi tokens, and one of them is Chain Token, which I've never made a video about, but I think it's about time that I should do a video about that. So we have a lot of video ideas. We have to go through all the comments. We have to start responding to comments, and I will look back. And Gaijin, what is your name? Is Gaijin? Oh my God. I was watching something today about the Yakuza, and they mentioned Gaijin, but I forgot what Gaijin is. So anyways, cool name, whatever that is. What are your thoughts on DeFi? Well, speaking of DeFi right now, it's kind of blowing up. I think it's the logical next step, just as stable coins and more people are interested in privacy coins and just the way that crypto is taking form, for example, with Ripple, where a lot of these top tier coins are starting to work with governments and banks, and they're kind of melting into the system. There's 2 avenues that are going to be taken with cryptocurrency, at least just in my opinion, just what we're seeing right now. Some coins are going to work more with the governments, and it's going to be a mix. So it's not going to be fully anonymous. It's not going to be fully private. And in a way that kind of sucks, because people from America, you're going to be forced to pay your taxes to the IRS. You're going to be, unfortunately, revealing a lot of information to the exchanges that you're selling your cryptocurrencies. And if you're going to be a token holder of whichever token, for example, Ripple or whatever else is starting to work with governments and other companies, they're going to have your information. But the other aspect is the people who are really, really against that. And they're just like fully decentralization, screw the banks, screw the governments. And I think that's where DeFi is coming into place, where people who want to have a little bit more control. Well, recently I had a discussion with a CEO behind a project that's coming up within the next few months. And this was interesting. I think this is going to be one of my first reviews that I don't get paid for. So it's going to be fun. I used to do a bunch of paid ICO reviews, but this actually interests me where, we're going more in terms of decentralization, where even CEOs, I asked them like, hey, how are you going to make money from this project if you're not going to have a bunch of tokens to start off with? Well, the CEO has to do the same thing the investors do. He has to invest in his company. So if he believes in it, he's going to invest at the start. And obviously the people who invest at the start, if it starts going up, they're going to make the most amount of money. But to me, that's just crazy. It's like, whoa, we've come a really, really far away from where we were a few years ago. So just looking at the example of like Ripple versus DeFi. Ripple, well, you never know if someone wanted to dump that, huge stack of Ripple that the founders have. Technically, they could do it. Obviously, there's some limits in place and they're selling off a certain amount of Ripple each month. But people look at that as sketchy and they're like, whoa, that goes against decentralization. That goes against the whole idea of crypto. I still love Ripple. I still love a lot of these cryptocurrency projects. But I think that we're coming to a fork where some people really, really just want crypto to get popular, for Bitcoin to rise up in price. And they don't really care about certain aspects. They want to sacrifice being anonymous. They want to sacrifice the privacy, the security, all the positive aspects of Bitcoin, I guess. And they just want to look at it as money and as another investment. Also, recently we had some news where the U.S. government, it's really weird because the IRS looks at cryptocurrency as property, and the SEC looks at some cryptocurrency. So if it's a security, it's a security, but very few cryptocurrency projects are classified as security. And then recently, a court case was won where cryptocurrency is actually viewed as money. But that varies around the world. Some countries are just banning cryptocurrency. Others, from the very get-go, they're like, yes, cryptocurrency is a currency based off of what is in the name. But generally, I think we're going in the right direction. So I don't know. I'm just really hyped up. Maybe you can see that. But it's not so much about the price of Bitcoin. I don't care. It could be $12,000. It could be $15,000 tomorrow. It's more about the fact that I was worried that crypto would crash a certain amount, and it did, because at that stage, it still is in its infancy. Sorry, there we go. Going to sleep pretty soon. Because when you compare crypto back then in 2017 to larger companies, or just the fact that there's like $19 trillion in circulation, the fact that it's a few $100 billion is nice, but it's still small. It's still very small compared to stocks and Forex and commodities and governments and loans and debts and all this stuff and mortgages. It's still very, very small. But slowly and steadily, it's rising. And it's not going to get to that point where it's going to go back to $5 billion or $100 billion. Slowly, it's leveling up to the next level. So whether Bitcoin goes below $10,000 again, I mean, it might. Some people are saying, oh, it's not going to go below $10,000. I'm looking at something else. I'm not looking at the number that is the value of Bitcoin or the value of Ethereum. I'm looking at the amount of people who are Bitcoin holders. And I'm looking at the rich lists. What are they doing with their Bitcoin? Are they growing? If their addresses are growing, that means that they have a lot of hope for the system. I'm looking at whether companies are getting on board with this. If there's more companies that are like, yes, we approve of crypto. And if there's more governments, even though some of the crypto community is against the governments, if there's more governments that are okay with crypto, they want to tax it, they see potential in it, this is all a good thing. Because the more that this happens, obviously, the more people that want to get involved with that. Ooh, that's a mouthful. Amarjeet, thank you for the £5. Sorry, I didn't notice your first question here, so I'm going back through all of that. Just wanted to get all of that out of the way. The peak, by the way, was $11,304. So Bitcoin, woo, this is the third time. This is the third time that we have had Bitcoin go up to 11,300. Third time ever. So the first time was 2017. We thought things would go. To crazy record-breaking levels in 2019. That didn't happen. It went to $11,000 and then it fell down. And in 2020, oh yeah, 2020. This might be another year where we're going to 12,000, 13,000, 15,000. Who knows? But whatever happens, I see it becoming more stable. Where the more stable it becomes, the more money is thrown into it, the more actual fiat currency is supporting Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, the less of a chance we have that Bitcoin's going to go up to a certain level and then it's all going to crash down, right? I've been with you since you started the channel. I remember you split off 2 channels, and I think you moved to Poland. Good to see that you're still up and running. Yes, so Kubera was actually started while I was already in Poland, but if you're from Avi, that was started a year before that move. So thank you for the support. Used to watch the Avi channel all the time. Really happy to see you that you're doing crypto. Yes, we're going to go fully into crypto now. Remember you from 2017. Haven't seen you in a long time. Yes, I look totally different now, but welcome. Don't want to get off topic, but have you looked into NFTs? ERC 721. It's no longer only crypto kitties. There's lots of virtual land games and virtual art that's booming. I would imagine that, yeah, a lot of people got very interested in that because CryptoKitties was kind of a silly thing. I remember, there was some cats or whatever, these virtual cats that were worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's kind of like the virtual Beanie Babies or whatever. But I will look into, and I want these ideas. I will try and write these ideas down. ERC 721. So art, virtual art, and if it's going to be a lot of content, which I know with this there will be a lot of content, people will be interested in that. That is a great idea. We will have videos about that pretty soon. So, don't worry about getting off topic. How are you doing, mate? I saw you once had some bad health. Are you okay? Well, I've still got tinnitus. It still sucks. I still have to, deal with it, distract myself, but we're going forward. Let's make some money. Let's focus on crypto. Let's work hard, and let's distract ourselves fully. So, anyways, guys, we're going to be ending it pretty soon because it's 3 a.m. Hold up here. 1 second. Yeah. Oh, God. We're going to have to fix my mic. There's something going on with it. Anyways, at least it's a better mic quality. But Joel, welcome in here. Thank you for joining. I know it's a little bit late for you. You're in Sweden, so you're in the same time zone as me. Dude, it's 3 a.m. I'm going to sleep soon. You go to sleep as well, man. Unless you're working the graveyard shift. I bought a smaller cryptocurrency at 30 cents, and it's now at 118. Got to check that wallet now. Well, John Zook, hopefully you're making money. Can't wait for you to keep working and grinding on this channel. Thank you. Thoughts on XRP HD and Bitcoin HD? Not really sure what that is, so we're going to look into that. If it's going to be a good idea, we're going to look into that in a future video. And we're approaching the end of the comments. So that is that. A video on Bitcoin reaching $11,000 and beyond is coming out within the next few hours. I don't want to spam you guys out, so I wanted to maybe post that before the live stream, but then I realized if I post the video and then I do a live stream like an hour later, that might be a little weird. So I decided live stream first and video up soon. Welcome back. Thank you. Yeah, audio's working now. I wish I could watch you burning your Gucci shoes. That was Versace shoes, and those were free. So yeah, lot of crazy videos, hundreds and hundreds of videos on Avi. We have most of them saved, so maybe one day we're gonna re-upload. Anyways, that's a lot. So hopefully you guys are excited, just as I am. Honestly, let's do another live stream tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching. We've done a perfect 30 minutes here. This will be still available for view, and we'll see you guys in a live stream tomorrow on Kubera. It feels so weird saying Kubera instead of Avi, but here we are. So, got to think positive. Thank you. Guys, how in the world did you find such a perfect song as the one with Obi-san? Honestly, there's a song recently that I was playing. It's called Anvil. No, I'm sorry. That's the guy that created Anvil, and the title is Lorn, Lorn. It is amazing. Hopefully, I'm able to get his permission in the future to use that song. Hopefully. Anyways, wish me luck. See you guys. Thanks, Joe, for liking live streams. We will be doing more live streams soon. Hopefully I got some energy. Someone said I need to get my energy back up. And I realized, you know what? I used to have a lot of energy in my live streams, so we can't let tinnitus rule my life. We got to let crypto rule. All right. Well, anyways,